Welcome to today's video, where we dive into the captivating world of classic Hollywood and the bold women who lived life unapologetically. These legendary actresses weren't just known for their unforgettable performances on the silver screen. They also made waves off camera with their fearless approach to love and relationships. In an era when societal norms often tried to stifle women's choices, these divas refused to be constrained. From glamorous affairs with fellow stars to whispered rumors that fueled tabloid headlines, these actresses embraced their desires and left a trail of intrigue wherever they went. But it's important to remember that behind the gossip were talented women who broke barriers, redefined Hollywood, and lived on their own terms. Get ready to explore the love lives of some of the most daring and fascinating figures in cinema history. From Marlene Dietrich's boundary-pushing romances to Ava Gardner's fiery passions, these stories remind us why classic Hollywood remains so mesmerizing. Stick around as we celebrate the strength, independence, and charisma of these timeless icons. Number 10. Audrey Hepburn. Belgian-born actress Audrey Hepburn remains one of Hollywood's most beloved icons, celebrated for her timeless elegance, grace, and captivating beauty. From her unforgettable performances in classics like Breakfast at Tiffany's and Roman Holiday to her role as a global fashion icon, Hepburn's charm continues to inspire generations. However, beneath her polished exterior and seemingly perfect career lay a more complex personal story filled with whispers of romantic entanglements and inner struggles. Hepburn's love life was a topic of fascination both during her lifetime and beyond. She was romantically linked to several high-profile men, including actor William Holden, playwright Robert Anderson, and actor Ben Gazzara. Their relationships were marked by passion, but also by the turbulence that often accompanies connections between equally driven and celebrated individuals. Beyond her confirmed romances, rumors swirled about possible liaisons with other Hollywood legends, including Marlon Brando and Gregory Peck, adding another layer of intrigue to her personal life. Some biographers and historians have suggested that Hepburn's romantic pursuits may have stemmed from a deeper emotional need for validation and security. Raised by a single mother in the shadow of World War II, Hepburn witnessed firsthand the horrors of conflict, including the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands, where she lived during her formative years. These experiences left her emotionally scarred and deeply aware of life's fragility. It's said that the turmoil of her childhood left her yearning for stability and affection, which she sometimes sought through her intimate relationships. Despite the personal challenges she faced, Hepburn's career and humanitarian efforts became the cornerstone of her legacy. Her delicate yet commanding presence on screen earned her critical acclaim, including an Academy Award for Roman Holiday in 1954. Off-screen, she used her fame to champion causes close to her heart, most notably her work with UNICEF, where she dedicated her later years to helping children in war-torn and impoverished regions. Hepburn's story is one of resilience and reinvention. While her personal life was marked by shadows and insecurities, she channeled her experiences into her artistry and philanthropy, creating a legacy that transcends her time in Hollywood. Her effortless style, radiant beauty, and genuine compassion continue to enchant and inspire audiences around the globe. Audrey Hepburn's life reminds us that even the brightest stars often carry unseen burdens. Yet, through her remarkable talent and unwavering dedication to making the world a better place, she remains a symbol of grace, hope, and enduring charm. Number 9. Lupe Velez. Lupe Velez, famously known as the Mexican Spitfire, was a trailblazing actress whose fiery personality and dramatic flair made her one of the most talked about stars of Hollywood's golden era. While her talent and charisma shone brightly on screen, her off-screen life was equally captivating, filled with sensational stories, rumors, and urban legends that continue to intrigue audiences to this day. One of the most enduring tales about Velez surrounds the circumstances of her death in 1944. Popular lore suggests a tragic and theatrical end, often embellished with the claim that she was found with her head submerged in a toilet after a heartbreak involving a lover and a lost child. This dramatic version of events has been retold countless times, fueling her reputation as a star whose life mirrored the drama of her films. However, the truth is far less lurid. Velez was found peacefully in her bed by her secretary, a quiet and poignant contrast to the myths that overshadow her final moments. Velez's love life was as passionate and volatile as her on-screen persona. She was romantically involved with actor Gary Cooper, whom she adored deeply. Their relationship, however, was far from serene. Velez's intense jealousy often led to public accusations of infidelity against Cooper, at times even implicating his close friend, actor Anderson Lawler. In one particularly infamous anecdote, Velez reportedly sniffed Cooper's trousers at a public gathering, declaring that she could detect Lawler's scent. This theatrical display, whether true or exaggerated, only added to her reputation for courting scandal. Beyond her relationship with Cooper, Velez was known for her daring antics and a flair for the dramatic that extended into her public appearances. Stories abound of her bold behavior, including claims that she once lifted her dress in public while wearing no underwear, a spectacle designed to shock and captivate. Velez's unapologetic exhibitionism made her a magnet for gossip, with tales of numerous lovers and outrageous stunts fueling her larger-than-life image. However, it's important to note that Velez was not merely a victim of sensationalism. Many of the stories surrounding her were likely exaggerated or even invented, with Velez herself playing an active role in cultivating her flamboyant public persona. In an era where women in Hollywood were often reduced to stereotypes, Velez seized control of her narrative, embracing the spotlight and using her fiery image to stand out in an industry dominated by conventional norms. While the scandals and rumors continue to define much of Velez's legacy, they shouldn't overshadow her genuine accomplishments. She broke barriers for Latina actresses in Hollywood, carving out a successful career in an industry that often marginalized performers of color. Her performances in films like The Gaucho and The Half-Naked Truth showcased her comedic timing, emotional depth, and undeniable star power, earning her a place among the most memorable stars of her time. Lupe Velez's life was a whirlwind of passion, ambition, and controversy. Her fearless approach to fame and her willingness to defy societal expectations make her a fascinating figure in Hollywood history. While the myths surrounding her may never fully fade, her legacy as a groundbreaking actress and unapologetic personality continues to inspire and captivate audiences, ensuring that her star will never truly dim. Number 8, Ursula Andress. Ursula Andress, the stunning Swiss actress and model, will forever be remembered as the original Bond girl, Honey Rider, in the groundbreaking James Bond film Dr. No, 1962. Her iconic emergence from the ocean in a white bikini remains one of the most memorable scenes in cinematic history, solidifying her status as a symbol of beauty and glamour. Yet, beyond her on-screen allure, Andress's personal life and bold independence have kept her in the public eye for decades. Known for her striking features and magnetic presence, Andress captivated not only audiences but also some of the most prominent men of her time. Her romantic relationships were the stuff of tabloid headlines, with notable partners including legendary actors Marlon Brando and James Dean, French heartthrob Jean-Paul Belmondo, and American actor Harry Hamlin, with whom she shares a son. Andress's allure wasn't limited to the film industry. Rumors swirled about potential affairs with influential figures like President John F. Kennedy and Hollywood star Warren Beatty. While the truth of these liaisons remained speculative, the sheer scope of her rumored romances highlights the fascination she inspired in those around her. However, to define Andress solely by her romantic entanglements would be to overlook her remarkable independence and determination. In an era when women in Hollywood were often boxed into specific roles both on and off screen, Andress carved out a path that defied convention. She refused to be limited by societal expectations or reduced to a mere love interest in her personal life or career. Her bold choices and unyielding confidence set her apart, making her an icon of autonomy and strength. Beyond her romantic escapades, Andress demonstrated a keen sense of self-awareness. She knew the power of her image and leveraged it to her advantage, maintaining control over her career and public persona. While her acting roles often played up her beauty, she brought an undeniable charisma and screen presence that elevated her performances. Films like The Blue Max, 1966, and Clash of the Titans, 1981, showcased her versatility, proving that she was more than just a pretty face. Andress's life also reflected her adventurous spirit. She traveled extensively, embraced different cultures, and lived life on her terms. She once said, "I live in the moment. I don't regret and I don't look back. I just go forward." This philosophy not only guided her personal choices but also endeared her to fans who admired her fearless approach to life and love. Today, Ursula Andress is celebrated as a trailblazer who embodied both glamour and independence. While her beauty and romantic liaisons often dominated headlines, her refusal to conform to traditional norms and her determination to chart her own course remain the true hallmarks of her legacy. She remains an enduring symbol of strength, sophistication, and self-determination, proving that being a Bond girl was only the beginning of her story. Number 7. Kay Francis. Kay Francis was a true trailblazer of Hollywood's golden age, known not only for her captivating performances in films like Trouble in Paradise and One Way Passage, but also for her unapologetic approach to life and love. In an era when women were often expected to conform to rigid societal norms, Francis stood out for her bold independence and refusal to be defined by convention. Her romantic relationships, both real and rumored, became a topic of fascination, further adding to her allure as one of Hollywood's most intriguing leading ladies. Francis's love life was anything but conventional, marked by a series of high-profile relationships and whispered rumors of passionate affairs. Among her notable partners were actor Kenneth McKenna, to whom she was married from 1931 to 1933, as well as Lev Glion, with whom she had a prolonged affair during the late 1930s and early 1940s. She was also linked to legendary heartthrob Errol Flynn in the late 1930s, a relationship that captivated fans and added a touch of glamour to her already dazzling reputation. In addition to her confirmed relationships, rumors swirled about Francis's possible affairs with some of Hollywood's most iconic men, including Clark Gable, Cary Grant, and Howard Hughes. Whether true or exaggerated, these stories painted a picture of a woman unafraid to embrace her desires and live life on her terms. Francis rejected the idea of being labeled a femme fatale or manipulator, maintaining that her relationships stemmed from genuine connections and her innate enjoyment of intimacy, what set Kay Francis apart was her steadfast commitment to autonomy in matters of the heart. At a time when actresses were often reduced to their roles as either glamorous icons or scandalous figures, Francis defied these stereotypes. She refused to allow societal expectations to dictate her choices, asserting that her love life was hers alone to navigate. This fierce independence made her a symbol of empowerment and authenticity, inspiring admiration and respect from fans and colleagues alike. Beyond her personal life, Francis's career reflected her ability to adapt and thrive in the rapidly changing world of Hollywood. Known for her elegance and sophistication, she became one of the highest-paid actresses of the 1930s, commanding attention with her emotional depth and commanding screen presence. She worked tirelessly, appearing in numerous films that showcased her versatility and talent, cementing her status as one of the era's most beloved stars. Despite the gossip and innuendo that often surrounded her, Francis maintained her dignity and focus, never allowing rumors to overshadow her accomplishments. Her legacy is one of resilience, independence, and an unwavering dedication to staying true to herself, both on and off the screen. Kay Francis's story is a testament to the power of authenticity and self-determination. She lived boldly, loved deeply, and refused to be constrained by the expectations of her time. Her life serves as an enduring reminder that true icons are those who remain unapologetically themselves, inspiring others to do the same. Number 6. Sophia Loren. Sophia Loren, the legendary Italian actress, remains one of the most iconic figures in the history of cinema. Known for her unparalleled beauty, exceptional talent, and commanding screen presence, Loren captivated audiences in films like Two Women, which earned her an Academy Award, and Marriage Italian Style. While her contributions to the world of film have solidified her legacy, Loren's personal life has also been a source of intrigue, with whispers about her romantic pursuits adding another layer to her mystique. Loren's romantic history includes relationships with some of the most celebrated men of her time. Among her known lovers were Cary Grant, Frank Sinatra, Peter Sellers, and Omar Sharif. These high-profile romances often became tabloid sensations, feeding public fascination with Loren's life off-screen. Adding to the allure were rumors of possible dalliances with Marlon Brando and even President John F. Kennedy, though these were never confirmed. Such stories painted Loren as a woman who captivated not only audiences, but also some of the world's most influential and charismatic figures. To understand Loren's approach to love and life, it's important to consider her early years. Born into poverty in Naples, Italy, Loren faced significant hardships growing up. Her family struggled to make ends meet, and she often went without basic necessities. These experiences instilled in her a fierce determination to rise above her circumstances. When she entered the film industry as a young woman, she worked tirelessly to establish herself as a star, using her newfound wealth and fame to support her family and secure a better future. As Loren's career skyrocketed, so did her desire to embrace life's pleasures. Having come from such humble beginnings, she refused to let societal expectations dictate her choices. Loren's relationships, while often sensationalized by the media, reflected her commitment to living authentically and enjoying her success on her own terms. She was fiercely independent, determined to chart her own course and not be defined solely by her connections to powerful men. One of the most significant relationships in Loren's life was with Carlo Ponti, the Italian film producer who played a pivotal role in her rise to stardom. Despite their 22-year age difference, the couple's bond was strong, and they eventually married. Ponti's influence on Loren's career was profound, But their relationship also showcased Lauren's loyalty and depth of character. Together, they defied societal norms, enduring criticism and legal challenges over their union, particularly because Ponte was already married when they first became involved. Lauren's boldness extended beyond her romantic life. She was unafraid to challenge conventions, whether in her choice of roles or in her personal decisions. She pursued projects that highlighted her depth as an actress, often portraying strong, multi-dimensional women who reflected her own resilience and independence. Her confidence and refusal to conform made her a trailblazer, inspiring generations of women to embrace their power and live authentically. Sophia Loren's life is a testament to the power of determination, resilience, and self-confidence. From her humble beginnings in Naples to her rise as a global icon, she navigated the challenges of fame with grace and courage. While her romantic pursuits often made headlines, they were only a small part of her incredible story. Lauren's true legacy lies in her contributions to cinema, her fearless independence, and her unwavering commitment to living life on her own terms. Today, Sophia Loren is celebrated not just as one of the greatest actresses of all time, but as a symbol of strength, elegance, and individuality. Her journey reminds us that true icons are those who dare to forge their own paths, inspiring others to do the same. Number 5, Raquel Welch. Raquel Welch, the iconic American actress and model, remains one of Hollywood's most unforgettable stars. Her striking beauty and undeniable charisma made her a symbol of glamour during the 1960s and 1970s. But there was far more to Welch than her captivating looks. While her film career soared, her personal life, particularly her romantic relationships, added layers of intrigue to her already enigmatic persona. Welch's list of rumored and confirmed lovers reads like a who's who of Hollywood's elite. Among her high-profile romances were legendary figures like Richard Burton, Elvis Presley, and Frank Sinatra. Her name was also linked to Warren Beatty and Robert Wagner, fueling speculation about her love life and reinforcing her image as one of Hollywood's most desirable women. These relationships, both real and rumored, became a subject of fascination for fans and tabloids alike, further solidifying her mystique. However, Welch's love life was not merely a string of glamorous affairs. Her adventurous approach to relationships reflected her fearless and fiercely independent spirit. Born Jo Raquel Tejada in Chicago, Welch grew up in La Jolla, California, where she developed a passion for performing. She entered beauty contests as a teenager and later studied theater arts at San Diego State College. By the time she broke into Hollywood, she was determined to succeed on her own terms, defying the era's rigid expectations for women in the industry. Welch's breakout role in 1,000,000 Years BC, 1966, catapulted her to international fame. The image of her clad in a fur bikini became an enduring pop culture symbol, but it also risked overshadowing her talent as an actress. Despite being seen primarily as a sex symbol, Welch sought roles that allowed her to showcase her range and depth. Films like Fantastic Voyage and The Three Musketeers highlighted her ability to balance glamour with wit and charm. In her personal life, Welch embraced a philosophy of living unapologetically. She refused to conform to societal norms or be defined by her relationships with men. Instead, she prioritized her own happiness and fulfillment, challenging conventions and breaking social norms along the way. Her independence and confidence made her a trailblazer, inspiring women to take control of their own narratives both in Hollywood and beyond. Welch's boldness extended to her professional life as well. She spoke openly about the challenges she faced as a Latina actress in a predominantly white industry, addressing the struggles of navigating stereotypes and limited opportunities. Her ability to maintain her authenticity while achieving mainstream success made her a role model for many aspiring performers. While her romantic pursuits often grabbed headlines, Welch's legacy is defined by much more than her love life. She was a woman who refused to be boxed in, using her platform to challenge expectations and push boundaries. Her beauty may have been her initial claim to fame, but her intelligence, talent, and determination ensured that she remained a lasting icon in Hollywood history. Today, Raquel Welch is remembered not just as a star, but as a symbol of empowerment and self-expression. Her journey is a testament to the power of embracing one's individuality and living fearlessly. Whether captivating audiences on screen or inspiring women to forge their own paths, Welch's legacy shines as brightly as ever, proving that true icons are those who dare to be themselves. Number 4. Veronica Lake. Veronica Lake, with her signature peekaboo hairstyle and magnetic screen presence, became one of Hollywood's most iconic actresses during the 1940s. Known for her roles in classic films like Sullivan's Travels and This Gun for Hire, Lake captivated audiences with her unique beauty and undeniable talent. However, her off-screen life often made as many headlines as her on-screen performances, particularly due to rumors of her romantic entanglements and her fiercely independent nature. Lake's love life was the subject of much speculation, with whispers of relationships with Hollywood heavyweights such as Cary Grant, Howard Hughes, and Errol Flynn. Adding to the intrigue were rumors of possible connections with John Wayne and Alan Ladd, her frequent co-star. These tales of romance only heightened her mystique, painting a picture of a woman who lived boldly and unapologetically. Yet, Lake consistently refused to let her identity be reduced to her relationships with men, asserting her independence and rejecting societal norms that sought to confine women to traditional roles. Driven by a fiery determination, Lake pursued her desires without fear of judgment. Her romantic escapades and unapologetic approach to life were seen by some as acts of rebellion against a Hollywood system that often sought to control its stars, especially women. For Lake, her romantic choices were less about scandal and more about living authentically. She viewed her relationships as extensions of her autonomy, a way to assert her individuality in an industry that often sought to stifle it. However, Lake's fearless spirit came at a cost. The media and Hollywood establishment frequently criticized her for her lifestyle, branding her as morally lax and using her promiscuity as a weapon against her. This relentless scrutiny made it difficult for Lake to maintain lasting personal and professional relationships, casting a shadow over her career. The challenges she faced both on and off screen reflected the broader struggles of women in Hollywood during an era when independence and defiance were often met with resistance. Despite these obstacles, Lake's contributions to cinema and her trailblazing spirit remain undeniable. Her performances showcased a depth and charisma that left a lasting impact on the industry. Off-screen, she represented a new kind of woman, one who refused to conform even in the face of relentless criticism. Lake's story is a poignant reminder of the pressures faced by women in Hollywood, particularly those who dared to defy expectations. While her career was marked by highs and lows, her legacy as a symbol of independence and resilience continues to inspire. She remains an icon not only for her unforgettable roles, but also for her determination to live life on her own terms, proving that authenticity and courage are timeless qualities. Veronica Lake's tumultuous journey through Hollywood serves as both a cautionary tale and an empowering narrative. Her life reminds us of the importance of staying true to oneself even when the world demands otherwise. Today she is remembered not just as a star of the silver screen, but as a woman who stood tall in the face of adversity, leaving behind a legacy that shines as brightly as her iconic image. Number 3, Jeanne Moreau. Jeanne Moreau, one of France's most celebrated actresses, was known for her fierce independence, bold choices, and a life lived unapologetically. With her captivating performances in films like Jules and Jim and the Lovers, she became a symbol of French cinema's golden age, earning acclaim for her depth, charm, and magnetic presence. Beyond her on-screen brilliance, Moreau's personal life often mirrored the passion and complexity of her most iconic roles, particularly when it came to her romantic relationships. Moreau's love life was anything but conventional, defying the expectations placed on women of her era. She embraced her desires with an openness rarely seen at the time, forging relationships with some of the most prominent figures in the arts. Among her confirmed lovers were filmmaker Louis Malle and director François Truffaut, both of whom she worked with closely during the 1950s and 1960s. Rumors also swirled about dalliances with Hollywood legend Marlon Brando, French heartthrob Jean-Paul Belmondo, and the striking Alain Delon. These relationships, whether fleeting or enduring, added an air of mystery and allure to Moreau's already enigmatic persona. Born into a bourgeois family in Paris, Moreau's rebellious spirit emerged early. Rejecting the constraints of her upbringing, she pursued acting, a choice that allowed her to break free from societal norms and explore her passions. Rising to prominence in the French film industry, she quickly gained fame and wealth, which she used to indulge in life's pleasures. For Moreau, these romantic escapades were more than just personal indulgences. They were an assertion of her autonomy and a reflection of her refusal to be confined by traditional expectations of women. Moreau's most significant relationships included her marriage to actor and director Jean-Louis Richard, with whom she had a son, Jérôme. The marriage, which lasted from 1949 to 1962, marked a pivotal period in her life, during which she balanced motherhood with her burgeoning career. Her long-term relationship with Louis Malle during the 1950s and 1960s was another defining chapter. Malle, a pioneer of French New Wave cinema, directed Moreau in several films, and their creative and romantic partnership became a cornerstone of her legacy. While her uninhibited lifestyle added to her allure, it also made her a target for scrutiny and criticism. The media often painted her as promiscuous, and societal expectations of the time labeled her behavior as unconventional. Yet Moreau remained undeterred. She viewed her choices as a celebration of freedom and individuality, challenging the double standards that often plagued women in the public eye. Moreau's defiance extended beyond her personal life. She was a trailblazer in the film industry, choosing roles that pushed boundaries and explored themes of identity, desire, and rebellion. Her ability to convey deep emotion and complexity made her a favorite among directors and audiences alike. In a career spanning over 6 decades, Moreau worked with legendary filmmakers such as Orson Welles, Michelangelo Antonioni, and Wim Wenders, cementing her status as a global icon. Despite the challenges and judgments she faced, Moreau never compromised her principles or her sense of self. She once said, "I am not afraid of being thought a bad woman. I believe in living freely." This philosophy defined her life and career, inspiring countless women to embrace their authenticity and pursue their passions without fear. Jeanne Moreau's story is one of courage, artistry, and unwavering independence. Her journey through life and cinema serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of breaking barriers and challenging conventions. While her romantic pursuits often made headlines, they were only a part of her extraordinary legacy. Above all, Moreau is remembered as a pioneering artist who left an indelible mark on cinema and proved that true freedom lies in living life on your own terms. Number 2, Frances Farmer. Frances Farmer, the iconic American actress, was as captivating as she was unconventional. A symbol of rebellion in the rigid world of Hollywood's golden age, Farmer stood out not just for her talent on screen, but also for her fierce independence and refusal to conform to societal norms. While her acting brought her critical acclaim in films like Come and Get It and Son of Fury, the story of Benjamin Blake, her personal life was equally fascinating and often tragic. Farmer's defiance extended to her personal relationships, where she embraced a freedom that was rare for women of her era. Her romantic entanglements included notable figures such as playwright Clifford Odets, aviator and businessman Howard Hughes, and actor William Wyler. Whispers of possible affairs with Hollywood legends like John Wayne and Clark Gable only added to the intrigue surrounding her personal life. While these relationships were often sensationalized, they reflected Farmer's determination to live life on her own terms, unbound by the expectations placed upon women in the 1930s and 1940s. Her upbringing in Seattle laid the foundation for her rebellious spirit. Farmer was a precocious and independent thinker from a young age. As a college student, she made headlines when she won a writing contest and used the prize money to travel to the Soviet Union, a bold move that raised eyebrows in a politically charged era. This early act of defiance hinted at the fearless individuality that would later define her career and personal choices. Despite her independence and resilience, Farmer's life was marked by profound challenges. Diagnosed with schizophrenia in the 1940s, she endured years of institutionalization and brutal treatments, including electroshock therapy and rumored lobotomization, though the latter remains a subject of debate among historians. The stigma surrounding mental illness at the time only exacerbated her suffering, with tabloids portraying her as unstable and difficult to work with. The lack of compassion and understanding she faced highlights the urgent need for better mental health care and the importance of addressing stigma both then and now. Farmer's struggle with mental health and the media's vilification of her choices serve as a stark reminder of the double standards faced by women in the public eye. Her unapologetic embrace of her desires and her rejection of Hollywood's rigid expectations made her a target for criticism, but they also cemented her legacy as a trailblazer who dared to challenge the status quo. While her career was tragically cut short, Farmer's story continues to resonate as a symbol of resilience in the fight for autonomy. Her experiences underline the importance of compassionate mental health care and the necessity of allowing women and all individuals the freedom to live authentically without fear of judgment or stigma. Today, Frances Farmer's legacy is one of both caution and inspiration. Her life highlights the perils of a society quick to label and dismiss those who defy its norms, while also celebrating the courage it takes to stand tall in the face of adversity. Farmer remains a reminder of the strength it takes to live boldly and the importance of fostering a more compassionate world for those who dare to be different. Number 1, Gloria Swanson. Gloria Swanson, the dazzling star of the silent film era, was a woman who captivated audiences with her unmatched beauty, sophistication, and magnetic presence. As one of Hollywood's most iconic figures, Swanson's talent on screen was rivaled only by the intrigue surrounding her personal life. Her fierce independence and trailblazing spirit made her a force to be reckoned with, both in the film industry and in her relationships. Swanson's romantic life was a subject of endless fascination, as her list of confirmed and rumored lovers included some of the most influential men of her time. Among her known partners were Joseph P. Kennedy Sr., patriarch of the Kennedy dynasty, legendary comedian Charlie Chaplin, and acclaimed filmmaker Cecil B. DeMille. Rumors also swirled about possible dalliances with silent film heartthrobs Rudolph Valentino and Douglas Fairbanks, adding even more intrigue to her already colorful reputation. These relationships not only reflected Swanson's allure, but also her refusal to be confined by societal expectations of women during the early 20th century. Swanson's approach to life and love was shaped by her upbringing and early experiences. Born into a privileged family, her childhood was far from idyllic. She endured a tumultuous relationship with her father, marked by episodes of paternal abuse, and experienced the emotional strain of being sent to boarding school at a young age. These formative years instilled in Swanson both a resilience and a desire for autonomy, qualities that would later define her career and personal life. From the very beginning of her time in Hollywood, Swanson demonstrated an exceptional ability to take control of her destiny. Unlike many actresses of her era who were at the mercy of studio executives, Swanson leveraged her fame and fortune to carve out her own path. She became one of the first actresses to establish her own production company, a bold move that broke barriers and reshaped the Hollywood landscape. By taking charge of her career, she not only challenged the status quo, but also paved the way for future generations of women in the industry. Swanson's independence extended beyond her professional life. While her romantic entanglements often made headlines, they were never the defining aspect of her identity. Instead, she embraced relationships as part of her journey, refusing to let them overshadow her accomplishments. For Swanson, love was an extension of her pursuit of life's pleasures, a way to explore and express her freedom in an era that often sought to limit women's choices. In addition to her groundbreaking work in silent films, Swanson made a stunning transition to talkies, proving her versatility as an actress. Her performance in Sunset Boulevard in 1950, where she played the role of Norma Desmond, a faded silent film star, remains one of the most iconic portrayals in cinema history. The role not only showcased her incredible talent, but also reflected the complexity of her own life, blending art and reality in a way that captivated audiences and critics alike. Gloria Swanson's legacy is one of resilience, innovation, and fearless determination. She was more than a Hollywood star. She was a trailblazer who refused to be constrained by the conventions of her time. Her ability to balance personal freedom with professional ambition set her apart, making her an enduring symbol of empowerment and independence. Today, Swanson is remembered not only for her luminous performances, but also for the barriers she broke and the paths she forged for women in Hollywood. Her story serves as a reminder that true icons are those who dare to challenge the status quo, embracing their individuality and leaving a legacy that continues to inspire generations. And that wraps up our exploration of the scandalous and captivating love lives of Hollywood's most daring divas. Beyond the headlines and whispers, these women were incredible talents who forever changed the face of cinema. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.